Turmoil on Wall Street today.
Thursday was the worst day for stocks since March 2020, and very early this morning, prices were falling again. Then China news hit, and stocks doubled their losses.
Trump just stared the market right in the face while it sold off 4%.
During a $2.5 trillion vaporized just this session alone.
It could be very harmful to somebody's 401k.
It is Bloodbath Friday. It was Bloodbath Thursday. Nightmare for investors, right, investors? And all my investor friends that are blowing up my phone. Oh my gosh, what do I do? Well, click rewind. I normally don't like to use the word crash. Well, maybe unless it's in a thumbnail with fire, but 10%. Okay, I gotta give you this one. You've come here. You're not sure if you're going to subscribe. Click the subscribe button. I'll tell you how this all works. Not only that, I'm pretty dang accurate. But first things first, Trump is crashing the stock market. Oh no, didn't see this one coming. And does the orange guy care? Well, on CNN, they crank him to orange. I guess it just depends on which media outlet you're looking at. But he is crashing the stock market, which affects the 1%, or 8% of investors. He don't care. The Don is for the working class, the middle class, the you and I. And actually, I don't know if he's going to sign this, but Republicans are considering creating a new tax bracket for those earning $1 million or more. Hi. Actually just created a course to get you there. You can know what it feels like giving up half of your income. But anyways, new tax bracket for you and I, 1 million or more, with top rates around 39 to 40% to offset the costs of their tax bill. I said, oh my gosh, you idiots, stop. I thought we were eliminating this thing. Also, just to let you know, if you or I were to make $1 million, that's $400,000 that you got to give back to the government because they know what they're doing. I say you don't. I'll be fine. I have Kitty as an assistant. She'll spend it. But if you and I are to succeed in life, oh, well, we're going to treat you differently. Next time, don't succeed so much. Okay, so now let's circle back and go, hey, Bravo, what do you think of all this tariff thing and stock market thing? I think it's great. But or not, Warren Buffett, I just watched a video on him talking about stocks, and he's like, you shouldn't own them. You're an idiot. He thinks what Don is doing, best move in 50 years. I think it's great. Number 2, number 3, number 7. You guys do know that we have somewhere between $9 to $10 trillion of debt that needs to be refinanced this year. And the older you get, this year we're already Christmas shopping. So do you want to refinance this at a really high rate over the next decade, or do you want a low rate? Well, Donald Trump just pulled off the impossible. As this post says, if the president can get the 10-year below 3.7 without a Federal Reserve cut or triggering a recession, economists will write books for decades. Well, breaking news, and I'm going to put my finger right on the tip. It's at 3.8 today. Begin writing the history books. But now you got the recession fears. I've been saying this for so long, and stock market fears. And I'm like, take advantage of it. How do we do it? What button to click? Okay, so everyone's rolling into treasuries. That would be TLT. Finally get paid after 3 years. Thank you, Stephen Van Meter. Everywhere I look, portfolio's great. Then I got this sore thumb. It stares at me every day. You know me, I'm always moving my digits, whether it's securities or gold or silver, which I was going to finish dumping my last bags of silver. I missed it. My AI platform yesterday put in a short on GLD up. I'm telling you, the AI software is insanely accurate. Chart Prime has hired so many more people to write so much more stuff. Because I know the biggest complaint, you're like, I just don't have the time. I just want to click it, forget it. So you're actually going to see them quite a bit in my new course, the $1 million, whatever. This is all, I'm putting it all on the line. From being a beginner to AI, actual AI. It's not like just because I threw the word AI in there. And you get my futures course, my options course included in the purchase. It's $2.99, so you're getting 3 courses. Plus AI, and I start filming videos the day I get back from Cabo. So when I see posts like this, it is music to my ears. Trump on market crash. Well, I mean, it is to be expected. This is a patient that was very sick. We inherited a terrible economy, also known as I don't give an F. Let the market, well, I'll let him talk.
Reaction, sir, to what's going on in the financial markets today? Well, I mean, it's to be expected. This is a patient that was very sick. We really inherited a terrible economy, as you know, with a lot of problems. It was a sick patient. It went through an operation on Liberation Day, and it's going to be a booming country, a very booming country. It's going to be amazing, actually, and we see it because we have trillions of dollars committed to come in. Trillions.
It's actually this quote from this news article. White House official on President Trump's, quote, thinking right now. I know the market's going down. Per the Washington Post, quote, he's at the peak of just not giving. I need a vowel. I need a couple letters in there anymore. Isn't that nice just to have a life where you're just like, what? Cry more, said a White House official with the knowledge of Trump's thinking. He's going to do, thanks, Dad, what he's going to do. He's going to do what he promised to do on the campaign trail. Nothing has changed. And I could show you the politicians that all, for some reason, just changed. Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, all of these people were like, tariffs. Sure, you'd like to watch the audio and video clips. I can click one by one, but I'll summarize. 96, Nancy Pelosi encourages all Congress to back reciprocal tariffs, which is fair. Bernie Sanders wants tariffs. 2018, Barack Obama calls for reciprocal tariffs. Going back to 1988, there's video of 1988. The Don says foreign countries must pay tariffs. Only one hasn't sold out. Guess who? It's the orange guy. As you guys know, these politicians are scumbags. They'll say whatever they have to say. 1996, Chuck Schumer explains the number one reasons, quote, illegals come to the U.S. is so they can defraud programs like Social Security and wants to stop it. Chuck sounding very Doge. Look at this. This is insanity. Well, I could read it to you, or we could watch him.
First of all, Social Security card is used from one end of America to the other as an identification card right now. This is an anti-fraud amendment. All over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. And here, the gentleman from Florida has put together the most effective anti-fraud measure we can find without it changing the actions of the government one bit. And we find all this opposition. Ladies and gentlemen of this chamber, what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with us on. We say we're doing something, and we do nothing. Because every time someone makes a rational and small proposal to get something done, people say, well, what about this hypothetical, that hypothetical, etc. I urge support of this amendment. If you believe you want to stop fraud in immigration, you have...
These guys know, the Schumers, the Pelosi's, how to rig the system, how to make it work for them. Maybe they're just mad at American citizens. If they never listen to us, just forget it. I'm just going to make lots of money. Oh, hey, love this making money thing. This is March 31st. Palantir, Disney, UPS, we're up $1,500. $900 on 3 contracts. Show me the money. And these are companies that my friends are like, oh, I'm long on. I'm like, it's okay. Let me know how this all works out. Up 83%. AXP. Also, my options watch list is going up in price. Get it now. We'll never lower the price ever again. That was your warning shot fired over the bow. 1930, 1931. And now today, guys, but again, I'm sure this is just nothing. 2025, 2026. Look at this. Would you say, it doesn't rhyme? But I'm going to say it rhymes probably spot on. And again, this is Great Depression, kids. And yes, there is going to be some amazing bounces. This is where everyone's like, oh, you see, you're wrong. Oh, okay, you see, you're wrong. Oh, right? I just love it. I'm shorting on the way down. I'm buying on the way up. And you could do this by using options. It takes the risk off the table. That's why I teach you how to do it. And it really doesn't take too much time to figure out how to do it. It is in my head. I mean, it's easy. You click the button, you click sell, click the other button, you click buy. How do you know when to do it? You have indicators. Let's say I'm really lazy. Okay, turn on AI. Have it do it for you. I don't know. Just please, you're making money in this. Quote, it feels like another quote. End of history moment. Goldman macro trader warns, quote, they pushed too hard and broke things. And I say, yes, they did. This has changed. It's all broken. But congratulations, you have the impossible of a 10-year yield at 3.8. Yes, the Fed will bend the knee and follow the 3-month. Everyone's rushing into TLT. They're all rushing into safety, not the dollar. That's not a safety play. Again, I know in your head you're like, I'm just going to go to cash. Listen to me. Follow the charts. You're confused in your head about macro because the macro YouTubers are like, hey, a bunch of Yoda noise. All you have to do is look for things like this. Confirmation. I mean, I do have one line up there. It says machine selling, so that's a little macro. And now we turn on indicators. Let's take a peek at the 200. Oh, hey, look. Classic bear market move. Hits it, gets rejected. I'm going to turn off the 200. What else do you got for us? How about this one? This I used to call my trampoline because we changed it and we fell backwards into success. Most successful, when you change this off of the daily, it is amazing. The name for that one is Quantum Reactor. Gray, stay away. You are under it. I'm going to turn that one off. We're going to go with Market Dynamics Pro. Hey, look. You're in a channel. You actually fell out of the channel even lower. Oh, and let's turn on strategies. Well, let's turn that off because we're not having the computer trade it for us right now. I need you to know how to drive this vehicle. I have a course on how to drive the vehicle, but if you want full, like my Cybertruck, okay, go ahead, Elon. Take the wheel. So that's more frightening than allowing your wife to drive. That Uber driver that just constantly gas, brake. Like, bro, let me out. You guys know on this beatdown, I'm like, this is going to be great. We all came in on the 4 hour. I said, take your profit. You're hitting the 200. Boom, boom. You had 3 days. This is where I got out. I'm like, I waited too long. And everyone that got out made money. Congratulations. If you decided just to hold out, you're like, I forgot. What are you, down 12%? This is on the S&P 500 in like a few days. You see what happened today? You see this? This is called a gap. It's going to get filled. CME. 99% of the time, those things get filled. Maybe start trading on the 4 hour. Grab that swing trade. Know you're under the 200. Trade options. I don't know how to trade options. I have a course on it. New one comes with all 3. But now people are going to be, but Bravo, how far do we go? Well, I said weeks ago, I said we're going to go here. We hit there. Where's the next stop? It's going to be here. Okay. Then it's going to be here. And then it's going to be here. And guess what? After that, it's going to go there. Then what's going to happen is when it bounces, it pulls everyone in. And all the dumb YouTubers that make YouTube videos and courses about intelligence and emotion and taking Warren Buffett quotes, time in the market, better than time. Okay, they're all going to get you to go in and it's going to bounce and you're going to say, this is the bottom. But you didn't turn your indicators on, did you? And then you're going to be pulled in and we keep going down. What? I mean, I'm already getting my phone. I even turned it off. They're like, this has to be, I'm buying. Such a great opportunity. I mean, Amazon's never been this cheap. Oil plunges to the lowest level since 2021. And that's okay. I can probably find a better one. No, and with a little search and while on vacation, I'm not on vacation. I'm never on vacation. I'm working. Crude oil. Here you go. Absolutely melting. That's it. The price action is an outright deflationary recession signal. Welcome oil. Crude oil is at 61, down 6% in minutos. I'm really bad at math. Down 9.5 or down 8.83. This at the same time, the credit markets cracked, gone. Oh, and here's another prediction. I think this is kind of probably, if you go back and look at my video, this was what? This was the This was the vid, or was that the vid? Trade enough. I should know lines. This is 08. This was a big 08. All right. Top, bottom, looking at where we are currently at. Is it? Yeah, we're going to go, as this chart would say, we're going to hit the bottom. So if you guys want to look where vid and, where the Fed came in and said, everyone gets money. Look at how far we are to make money on the way down. Oh, and if you're holding Dell, congratulations. Worst day in history, down almost 20%. We have so much further to go. So again, we're going to get bounces. Take advantage of it. Just trade it. Don't go all in and just forget it. You have an AI trading it for you or whatever it's doing. We don't know. Let's call it just magically makes your digits go up. I don't know. But at the end of the day, everything's going to be great. Trust the process. As long as you're doing the process that we're talking about. Not doing the process, it's time to fear and panic. And with that, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.